He won't. He won't. He won't leave well enough alone.
Why, Lord?
And he summoned us in there. Like, we didn't even say shit to him. He called us in there.
We
All right.
live. It say live 11
Go grab your
seconds.
cup. Go grab your cup. Go grab your
Y'all,
cup.
it
Oh
say
yeah,
live.
hey y'all, we live.
Oh, we
Oh, hey, y'all.
live.
Yeah, there's some people in the chat. Hey y'all. Hey.
I forgot about the
I
chat.
can't see. I can't see nothing.
It's
I'm
about
at the
like
card.
I can't see
It's a
anything.
banner on there. We not on there yet, chat. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
what's
Got
up,
like
y'all? I see like 5 comments.
Not you change your shirt.
I told y'all I had to change my
Yes,
shirt.
he hit us with the change.
Oh, that's a cute shirt.
Wardrobe change.
Right. Do I need to do a little switch?
Well, y'all, this is a Rugrats graphic tee.
D, I can't hear you, girl.
What
Let me
else
turn your
is
mic on.
legendary?
I
She
just need to
muted.
get that static out of the way. That static annoying to me for real though.
I had muted my microphone so I can yell at one of my kids to bring me something.
You said what, T?
That static, I don't know what it is. Is it? I don't know if it's me or who it
I
is. It's
told
just annoying.
you to leave and come back.
You did leave and come back.
Is what y'all drinking tonight again?
Jack.
I got that crown.
I got that
Everybody,
Hi,
Azul
that's you
tequila.
static.
I'm on.
Hi, that's you static.
I'm the one staticky.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to go.
I'm gonna have to pull it. Is there a way I could pull a link? Oh, I guess I could do it right there.
Let's practice talking and see if anybody else.
We already
static.
live.
Yeah, we live
No,
now.
I'm
See,
saying
it's not
Live?
going
to
on
see
now.
if
Yeah, we
anybody's
have.
staticking.
I don't know why it's
Yep,
static
it
like
cut
that, to
off
be
when he
honest.
left. It ain't happening no more.
That's weird.
I just heard it.
Yeah, I did too.
I did.
Hello?
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 I'm trying to make sure it ain't me staticking.
I'm trying to make sure it ain't mine either.
Okay, keep the show going.
But there's the show didn't
All
I
start.
right.
keep the show going.
It's just staticky.
See me? Can y'all see me?
Now we can see you.
Am I
Child,
back?
I'm just gonna
Okay.
stay on here, to be honest.
All right. Are we ready? Look, the show going. What are we doing?
We waiting on Todd to come back. It's stat. I don't know what that sound is.
I'm just gonna have to
Thank you
ride
for
with the
what?
punches, I guess.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
can
I'm
y'all
back
see
in.
the chat? Let me see.
That's why I just got my computer so I can see what's going on in the chat.
Hello, everybody. Can y'all do y'all hear a static sound? Hey, Ashton.
Hello, y'all hear me?
Miss Vicky McDade, Amanda Ducky, Terrence. But hey, Terrence. Jermaine, I think that's your name. Shay.
So I'm assuming
Danny.
August's not gonna be joining us.
It's
I can't
Danny.
even
Pretty much it
see.
seems like he's not.
Okay, it's Danny. Can y'all hear a static sound? See, now I don't even.
I can hear it just a little bit. Just a tad bit.
It's all right. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's just
Well,
jump
y'all
right
get
up on this
y'all,
thing.
look, while we getting everybody together, y'all make sure y'all get y'all drinks pulled up.
I got mine.
Oh, I got my drink
Yeah,
and my two-step, honey. We sitting
Every time
down and I'm ready to clown.
in the audience, every time you hear the drink, you gotta take a shot.
I got my drink and my two-step, honey. We sitting down and I'm ready to clown.
All right, now I can see the comments. I had to get my computer, baby. How y'all doing? How y'all doing in there? Hey, Miss Girl. Hey, thanks. Yes, Brown.
We drinking brown. Brown make you clown.
Okay, on a messy Monday.
Look, we already started getting. Look, we had already started getting messy on my live. I had to hurry up and jump off and come in here.
To be honest, I just got done talking to Blind.
You invited the people over?
I'm just being honest. I just got done talking to Blind, so I'm really not drinking anything.
There's a little electricity in Mike, so I think it's T News that got the static. I only hear it when you talk.
Yeah.
I just thought about it.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you sure it's me?
Leave out and come back in.
We hear it with you. Tell Todd to come back
y'all
in
see
and
here?
come without T News blog.
Hello.
Hello. No,
No, I don't hear no more.
No, all here.
Tell Todd to come in without
Todd, Todd probably gonna be writing us in the comments.
Well, Todd had the outline we going about. Whatever. Let's just go. So
So D, you got the stuff in order? I have an order too of what's supposed to be discussed.
Oh yeah, I got the order. Yeah, y'all want me to jump into my stuff for the hot seat, or y'all want me to just jump in and just start either way?
Actually, we could go ahead and do a brief rundown of what we're going to talk about today, and then that way people kind of can wait on and they talk like the parts that they're really interested in. We may have them tuned in all the way to the end.
Okay, so we got Chasing Dallas, the first episode of Chasing Dallas, and what are your thoughts and the reaction from there? We got WebLyfe episode 2.
Hilarious.
We have some talk about Lil Nas X and his album. Is he a gay icon or not? We got some drama going on with Blame It on Quay and the Crab Queens franchise. What else? Because I put my notes in order. We're going to be talking about Jason Lee and Karen Civil and all of them. The Come Up Atlanta promo. And the Real Hot Boys of Hollywood promo.
And for the hot seat, I'm going to go into detail about my thoughts and feelings about Antar, who's the executive producer of WebLyfe, and WebLyfe itself. We're going to talk about the entertainment industry as they're in Lil Nas X. And then we're going to talk about the overdoses that has been happening of late and the dangers of fentanyl. So, we going to go that today.
All
righty. So starting with the first topic, has anybody seen the first episode of Chasing Dallas? Because I know I did. I watched it live.
I watched it last night.
I watched it. One of the things that I did see.
Who is that?
This time.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Todd, you're standing.
Here we go.
So, one of the things, first I want to point out the wonderful things. I have some compliments about it because I think it was great. And I know that Todd doesn't really care too much for me talking about production. He kind of wants to focus on the actual storylines of things. We talked about that. But I have to give Reese G his props because the quality of this first episode was top tier. It was crispy.
Yes, it was.
I gotta give it to him. So I absolutely love that part about it. And another thing I like about it is every time they come back, not only is the quality of the show better, but the cast has glowed up and it's something bigger and better and something different that they got going on in their life that they didn't have going on before. So it's pretty much they're improving. Like nobody's going backwards. So I love that about it all. TeaSpilla, how you feel about Chasing Dallas episode 1?
I liked it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I like that they showed, them working and doing other stuff besides arguing to get it started. But you know what I'm saying? It was a little like, I ain't gonna say it kind of started slow, but when Reese came into the picture, his scene got it going a little bit for me when he was talking about Markel stole the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know who to believe in that situation because I'd be like, I like Markel and I like Reese, but they said Markel a fraud.
The thing is, like with business relationships like that, it's like the fact that I saw the show in the works, like I saw the episodes being released. It's just like, how far did it have to get before something was said about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, was this filmed during the production, or was this filmed after everything aired, or like what was going on in the process for everything to be released? You know what I'm saying? How did someone steal your show and this is your franchise?
Amanda Ducky said, I'm sorry.
My bad, you can go.
I was just saying, reading the comments, Amanda Ducky said, well, after talking shit about Q, he better come with it. Now, one thing I can say, I saw a lot of people in the comments of the promo for it. They said you've been dragging the Hollywood and the LA. So this better be on point. But it lived up to the hype. I absolutely love the quality of it all. And I'm excited about the drama. T-News, we talk about Chasing Dallas episode 1. How you feel?
Honestly, how I feel about the first episode of the new season, I can honestly say that everyone is coming back with a new mindset, new attitude, different vibes, and I'm also seeing that like there are like some unresolved issues still, like between like certain cast members. So certain ones, like for example, Reese and Markel, I just feel like their situation is pretty much fixable. So that's the way I look at it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's creative differences. Like whenever if somebody feel like something was stole from them, then
Yeah.
that's like a huge chunk of disrespect. Like,
Mhm.
and like I don't know the content of it to take a side on either one. Like I don't know either one of them closely. I do. Me and Markel follow each other on Instagram, but I don't know much about that actual subject in the show. And also, but I just think that it was a good way to throw something in there just to kind of shake things up. But I do feel like it could have been a little too early in the season. I mean, too early for the drama right away. Like we wanted to see the positive, everybody kind of coming back.
Like pretty much the positive side, basically.
Say that
But
again.
then
Are you
Mhm.
saying like the positive side of
Yeah,
like
like
what they do?
start us off on a good foot because we know it's gonna go to hell. Like,
what you think, D?
Sure.
What you think?
Yeah, do you got something to add?
You know what? I kind of feel like everybody, like, I hate when the shows start off with like all the drama right off top because it becomes too much. So I like the fact that, you know, we got a chance to see, you know, the cast, see what they're doing, and then it's that build up. Because like you said, we know the shit is going to hit the fan. But before it hits the fan, I love the fact that I got a chance to connect with the cast again, see what they got going on. The production was really, really nice. I know I'm very big on production and the quality. So I love the production. I love the fact that it didn't fall short. At first it was a little slow and it felt a little scripted to me, but then it started to pick up and
Yeah, speaking
build.
of scripted.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see where it's gonna go, but it did start to feel a little bit scripted for a minute.
I honestly, that was one of my reviews that I do feel like the show is scripted. And I'm not saying the show is scripted. I'm just saying it seems like a lot of redo scenes. Like, okay, I need to get that on camera. We need y'all to say this. Like a lot of cutting and pausing to make sure something is said, or like it's just simple concepts that everybody knows are being said out loud. It's like they can go without saying, fill this up with something that's actual worth saying that can relate to the show and the storylines. Like, you know what I'm
What
saying?
up, K-Star?
Well, I'm gonna be a little messy. Ken, what scene you talking about? I know you
Most of
said
but in particular, what I think about is when I'm filming, I never put too much effort into anything because it's still a reality. You know what I'm saying? So like with Trey Howard and his boyfriend, like they look really good together, but y'all had matching pajamas on a random Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I want things to feel a little more organic. I only pay attention because Trey Howard is stylist. So I always pay attention to his clothes. But it's like y'all, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of effort into putting, like, making sure this add up. I understand the house being clean, but the matching pajamas, like y'all sitting on the couch on the laptop, like I said, on Taco Tuesday, just kind of enjoying some wine, and y'all got on these matching pajamas. So it just seemed like things they be like wait. You said what?
You think they were reading from like a cue card or something? Because this ain't.
I
know people.
Look, for those of you out there who don't know, I also do scripted short films and feature films here in Memphis. And baby, when we cheat, we put the lines on the back of the cup, on the back of the laptop, on the TV screen that's sitting in front of us. We will tape them lines to the back of the couch, to the side of the wall, to everything that's stick on anything. So they could have been reading from anything, honey.
Right, possible. And if that's what you got to do to get your show going, but you got to work with your talent. If that's, you know what I'm saying, to make sure it don't look like that. And that Trey Howard scene wasn't the only one that I felt like was that way.
What's the other one?
I'm trying to think. My notes is on my phone, but I'm using it for my camera.
No, I'm just being messy. I'm just being messy. Asking you what
very messy.
But I mean, I ain't saying nothing foul about nobody. I'm but like,
nah. But that is true. A lot of people said that though. You're not the only one who said.
All right, so for the next topic, let's go ahead and hop into something a little bit more mainstream. Let's do Lil Nas X. The question that we have for tonight is, and people in the comments, we want y'all to comment as well. Is Lil Nas X a gay icon? Anybody want to input on that? How do you feel about this album? How do you feel about
wait, y'all. Before we even go into that, the textbook definition of an icon is a person or thing regarded as a representative symbol or as worthy of veneration.
So
he's an icon. He's not
successful and admired, a widely known symbol. I'm sorry, but look, I'm not saying he's a gay icon, but he is working towards it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
working toward it. Yeah, I can say
In
that.
the
I can
in the
say the
making,
same
but right
about him
now,
as
no.
well.
I'm sorry.
It's too early to get him there.
It's too
Yeah,
early
he
to
could
get
fall
what?
off. He could fall off after this album and never be heard of again.
And that's why I'm saying we're not giving him
Right.
the full title of that icon. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's definitely going to get
Yeah,
Where
Elton
did
John.
everybody
Yeah,
go?
look at Elton John. Look how long Elton John been out. That's a gay icon.
Ken, all the one
Is
on
am I
here.
the
Okay,
am I
hey,
the, okay?
Next
There
up,
we
Ken.
go.
off the red couch.
Get Ken all the attention.
You know I start getting red here.
To me, Little Nas is like the low key version of Nicki Minaj in a way. I ain't gonna say too much, but like in some kind of sense. You know what I mean? Like
Say
I
too
would
much.
say, yeah, I would say like putting some creativity to it and then just being extra.
See,
Yeah, I agree with Paul. Say I feel like he opening the doors for like other artists like that.
But he's making it work though, marketing wise.
yeah.
You know what?
I think he's more of a he like to fuck with people more so than Nikki. She got her credit from her, and he getting his like he got his attention from social media antics. You
He
know what I'm
trolling
saying?
the hell out. He
Right.
trolling the hell out of everybody, but it's smart though. He's taking
It
advantage.
is.
He's trolling the hell out of everybody. He's using these toxic males. He's using their homophobia against them. He's trolling them, and it's working because they're reposting the shit that he's doing. So it's
Exactly.
giving him free promo. So I shout out to him for that. But as far as Icon, it is way too early in his career. This is his second project.
Yeah.
Although Montero, from what I'm hearing, it's a great album, but it's his second project. Give his boy a little minute to get his feet wet in the industry before we go dropping off labels such as icons and legends. But he's definitely learned how to master social media with the TikToks and Instagram and all of the trolling. He's definitely mastered that. But he's still just getting his feet wet. But I give shout outs to him on great album, great rollout. It was super dope. And he's taking advantage right now. And kudos to him. But as far as Icon, let's give him 4 albums at least. Shit.
But also I will say the question was, is he a gay icon, not a music icon? He's definitely representing for the LGBTQ community, and I don't think he's going to be forgotten for a while because of the things that he have done so far. His music may not be legendary music, but his antics are legendary antics. You know who he is. No, he posted something the other day. 2 years ago, he had 900 listeners on Spotify, and now he's the #1 most listened to black male artist or something like that.
Yep.
So we can't say he's not icon status because he's getting a gay icon. He wanted the first to do it with this public like sexual orientation. Like everybody knows about it for sure. So we definitely got to put him up in our community as working in our favor.
And shout out to Lil Nas X for sending me $10 on my Bitcoin. So for everybody who supported his album, and after you downloaded it, you reported to his Instagram page, he sent you $10 in Bitcoin. And my gas tank was empty, so I ended up putting it in the tank so I could DoorDash some more. But he sure sent me some money.
Okay.
And I used it.
Oh dang! I was gonna ask for $5 of those dollars.
You said what?
I was about to ask for $5 of those dollars.
I spent it. I put it in my gas tank. All right, so are y'all ready for the hot seat?
Oh, y'all ready for me? Let's do WebLyfe. Let's do our
girl.
We can do WebLyfe first, and then
WebLyfe.
and then we gonna go into the hot seat.
This is my favorite topic for tonight.
Yeah, this show last night had literally in tears last night watching WebLyfe.
Yes.
WebLyfe is like one of the funniest shit I've seen in a long time.
Wherever Tony came from, he is the type of person in real life I would hate, but I love to watch.
Yes, he's the type of person that I would love to hang with. Tony reminds me of
on a temporary basis.
If it makes sense.
Temporary is it?
He's kind of like
he reminds me of
the
a
entertainer
gay
of the
Cat
show.
Williams. My top 3 favorites from WebLyfe are Tony, Carl, and Stacy. I think Carl is like the center of the show. I think between him and Rico Cassadine, they would be the centers of the show. Tony is the comedian and Stacey is the voice of reason. And I love all three of those guys. Those are my top three.
Did you see how Tony came for Carl today on the preview for next episode?
Like,
we don't get into that.
Oh, Lord. He chose violence.
I thought Tony and Carl was cool. I'm like, damn, he saying that man house got roaches.
But before that, though.
This is some inside tea, though. Tony literally followed Carl around the entire time they were filming. Wherever Carl was at, Tony was up under his ass cheek, trying to get in the scene, trying to have a moment, trying to get some camera time. I know.
Listen, my cup is hot right now. You is feeling too much tea. Damn.
I know, piping hot. So why he tried him like that though? Like, I hate comment gangsters. I comment gangsters. Like,
hold on, it ain't. But see, y'all missed it because while y'all was getting ready, y'all know I always get before I do any show, I always do a pre-show on Instagram. So it got hot. I had Rico, Nicole, and Carl on, and they was dropping tea and reading this poor child down. You know, they done started a whole new book. So it's about to get dope. It's about to get interesting. This pool scene though.
But like, how did he have a BBL? Like, he just say he had a BBL, but he don't look like it to me though.
Nikki, look, y'all.
He don't give me BBL. Like, he give me like CDL.
Nikki in the comments said that she feels like Carl is carrying the show, and Sierra said she feels like Tony is carrying the show. So y'all drop down in the comments and tell us who y'all think carrying the show.
Let me say this. Carl is definitely carrying the show because Carl was definitely a breath of fresh air to have on camera.
Yeah.
Like chasing, a lot of the scenes felt scripted, and some of the scenes even felt weird. But what I will say overall is, regardless of where the show is going, because I don't know the premise of WebLyfe, but
me either.
The scenes where Carl come in, and it's like he I couldn't get through first episode, honestly. The second episode though, I just kind of, after that first scene in the first episode, and like just hearing the loud Stacey was really not interested in who was he working out with?
Rico.
He was out with Rico, but Rico was flirting. It was just like, Lord, it was really awkward and kind of cringy.
Awkward.
I couldn't get through it, so I was like, I can only imagine where the episode going. So
that thing itself was making my head hurt.
Yeah, I was talking
to I was confused.
To go to the second episode.
I was so confused with Rico and Stacey. Like, what was the? I don't know what they had going on, but I was like, girl, my head is hurting. Let me just go to the next scene.
Child,
I went past
it. To say about this show,
right?
First of all, everybody seemed like they hyped up a Mustang. Baby, Stacey is the hype. Mustang is not the hype, honey. Listen. Second of all, Mustang stripping and doing all that extra and picking up that $77 off that floor. And when you zoomed in on that $77, y'all, I was like, what are you? And I used to be a bartender. I used to be a bartender, so I can eyeball a stack of money and be like, how much? That was a good $79 up on this floor.
I don't like the fact that Mustang trying like he's just so important on, like, he booked. Like, you're not booked.
How many times you booked?
Look, all he booked, all the thing he was standing with they can find anybody to do that. Like, all you do is stand up with your shirt off. And then you don't act, you don't have no role, you don't work. Like, you don't talk in none of the scenes, you just stand up with your shirt off and hand a nigga a grape.
No, let's get to this pool scene. No.
The pool scene.
Rico throwing that poor boy in that pool.
I like to call this, the name of this scene is No Sides. That's the name of this scene. So that pool scene where Tony and Rico was going back and forth. Tony devoured Rico. The only joke Rico got in was about the pubic hairs or whatever. Tony told Rico up from the Rudy to the Tootie. He even said something about Carl talking about where you about to run off to with them comeback boots you got on at this pool party. Honey, Tony be throwing the jokes left and right. He got jokes.
Yes,
no matter if you love him or no matter if you hate him, you can't say that he ain't entertaining. He is.
He said, if you got the coin, wear the size.
Hey, I was laughing when he said, I should go throw my drink on that bitch. And he ran to go ahead and drink, and Carl blocked him. And he got me.
Right, he blocked him so quick. Like, damn, reflexes.
But I should have known he was messing with this basketball wives starting shit.
And why was
Tony was on basketball wives?
Why was Tremel so pressed about being blocked? Like, why was Tramel so pressed by being blocked by Benjamin? Like, he made it seem like he cared. Like, oh well, like you don't know him.
Oh
He
no,
blocked.
I
okay.
don't think he cared. I don't think he cared. I think it was like
He
a
didn't.
sense of like, hey, we around this guy. Oh, he got me blocked on Instagram. I don't even know
Yeah.
dude like that.
But
So
what
why
were
you
they
got me
saying on
blocked?
his page for him to find out he was blocked? It sounded like some messy
Okay.
shit.
No,
So
what Carl? No mind, you can go
this
deep.
is okay. So this is what happened. So once it was revealed who was all on the cast, Carl was like he was showing, like okay, this is who's on the show. So
Mhm.
when Tramel went to look, he was blocked, and he was like, well, shit, I can't see it. He got me blocked. So then it was like, what the fuck happened between you two for him to have you blocked? So that's kind of where it was. It's like I don't even know that. Why am I blocked?
Right.
And
Exactly.
Tramel was like, bitch, why you talking to me? Like Tramel is very, either he fuck with you or he don't. So it was more of a like, I don't even know, dude. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So that's pretty
I'm
much
saying
what it
somebody
was.
got me blocked, bitch. I just need to type your name in and click on it so I can block you back.
Exactly. I blocked back
Basically.
too.
Well, the WebLyfe is going to be very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to WebLyfe and chasing.
What? Real quick though. So, B, you said you work on WebLyfe. Can you give us a background of who these people are and why they came together? Maybe.
Okay, so I helped with the casting. Of course, y'all know it was a huge split between Antar and Mikey. Mikey wanted to take the show to UDTV,
It's my
and
grandma.
and and Antar was like, "Bitch, it's my show." So,
Y'all stole grandma's show.
I be trying to be good. I'm trying. So up top, I pitched Rico. I love Rico's energy. I knew that would be a good person to match him with Carl. And then I told him, we need to get some trans women in there. We need to get women, period. We need a diverse cast. Now I would say Nicole, Rico, Tony, and Carl are good fits for the show. I'll just say that. I didn't have anything to do with the other ones. I just say those are good for the show.
Who? Tony? So you said Tony, Rico, Carl,
Rico, Nicole.
and Nicole. Okay.
Does Benjamin wear makeup? Like he looks so made up to me. Like Benjamin. Is his name Benjamin, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Like he looked like he looked made up. I don't know.
Sometimes I think he wears makeup, but not a lot. But he's a handsome guy, but I don't know about
He
if he
gives me
wears no
Los
regular.
Angeles. He don't give me Atlanta at all. Like
I
he
was
don't
I
seem
was
like
so I was so weak when Tony told him you can keep my little glasses because you got these red cups in the house.
Child.
Because you
So
might
what
need
was
them.
going on? What was going on with the preview about some roaches and staying in
Oh my God.
Oh
Detroit or
Lord.
something?
He's gotta say something. Like he's good to watch, but it's like, bro, somebody gonna smack the fuck out of you one day because you have a very slick tongue for no reason.
Yeah. Like somebody else we know, Ken. He like somebody else we know.
Who?
And
When I first,
I'm gonna drag that.
Who?
I'm gonna drag that. Like I said on the episode, bitch, I'm gonna grab you by your
to
neck.
be honest, when I first saw this scene, I was like, what was the reason? Like, that's all I could think about. Like, what made you say that?
Exactly.
He wanted a moment. See, I told y'all,
And if
Tony
anybody
wanted
know
a moment.
how Carl is, Carl was very out of the like. I promise you, Carl is not the person to be fucked with. So
I met Carl in person when I went to Atlanta Pride, and he was the life of the party, and I had so much fun in Dreamland watching everybody perform. I hate that I got there after Carl performed, but Carl, like he when we came in there, we felt like we was at home, and Carl
Carl
was
cool
very,
as
very
hell. Like I
fun to
told
be
you.
around.
My first time ever meeting Carl before I even did this page, I had went to a party at Fro House, and Carl was the life of the party, and that's why, bitch, take a shot, let's go. And I'm like, all right, he cool as hell. Then I met him again on this shit right here. And as soon as I walked into Dreamland, Carl was like, there that bitch go.
all I know is I'm just looking forward to the next episode because I just know how this gonna turn out.
It's about to look.
Better get messy.
All right, so what I'm doing is I'm bringing back my Surviving Web Life show, but it's going to be the confrontation. So I'm gonna get Tony and I'm gonna get Carl on there, and I'm gonna let them two just have at it because this is about to get interesting. Because first of all, like I said, Tony followed Carl around everywhere, trying to get in the scene, trying to be in the mix, and now you on here trying to create a moment, saying that he got roaches. If y'all know Carl, y'all know that it's far from the truth. This bitch, you can eat off his flows. That's all he do is keep a clean house. So that's one thing he ain't gonna play with. Like he was already, skating. Now he done fucked around and fucked up the church's money. Cause y'all know Carl, it takes nothing for him to go.
Nah, let me tell you what he did. He fucked the passenger and not the driver. That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So D, I need to know, D.
This though, like, was that comment left field? Like, did it come out of nowhere, or was it like something on the episode that's gonna show it? Because there's no way that was the person you was just kikiing with, and all of a sudden he got roaches.
Right. Tony may
was
not
walking all up in his shit.
I think Tony's mouth is faster than what he's thinking about. Because one thing I can say is that even though Tony may cross the wrong people or say the wrong thing to the wrong people, he can read. And in order to be an effective reader, you got to be quick on your feet.
Hey.
That motherfucker is
But Carl is friend, though. He just said, Carl, you know you my bitch in the last episode. Like, you know you my bitch, whatever.
Yeah,
so why would you say his house got roaches? That's if Ken's house got roaches and I went in there, I would never say that if we filmed the show.
Never
like,
tell
Ken's
nobody
house
what's going on. Yeah, like
bitch, I'm be cutting lights off and shit.
Like, I wouldn't say that about my friend on TV though.
Tony wanted your house
that's
so
just
bad.
like saying I don't want to go to McDonald's, but you go any fucking way.
But that is one thing about these shows, though. They always compare themselves to Kenya and Nene and Phaedra and all. And it's like, y'all got to understand, like, if y'all want to do this and be in your own lane, you got to be yourself. You don't see me
be authentic.
Like,
yeah.
Stay and throwing shots is only going to get you so far because at the end of the day, these shows bring you brand endorsements and deals, and people want you to take pictures of their stuff, but they don't want no shitty person in it. So please remember that this is the reality that you're giving people, as opposed to what they actually know about you. Because y'all quick to get in the comments, y'all don't even know me like that, but I know what you're showing me, and I hate it, and it's hard.
You know personal, Ken. You know it personally how they did you, how they try to do you.
I do.
I mean, y'all see how far Cardi done got with her career after Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
But D, I want to know real quick, D, are Carl egg rolls really that good? Because this is not the first time I heard he got good egg rolls.
Yes, them egg rolls is fire. Let me tell you. He made me some Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. Oh my god.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Well, Carl, make some, Carl. When I come to Atlanta again, you know make some, Carl. I want to taste them.
Archie and Carl need a cook-off.
They said Ken fried chicken good as hell though. Like they said Ken fried chicken good.
Chicken though.
Okay, fried chicken.
Kentucky fried chicken, that's what they call them.
Okay, shout out to Ashton. He in the comments.
Then Ken have a little kickback last season. We know he doesn't have
roaches. He had the entire cast in his home. Somebody would have said something. Okay, it's Danny home.
But Ken had a kickback doing it. Ken had a kickback in the daytime. Okay. Roaches don't come out in the day unless you have an infestation. So we don't know if Ken really got roaches or not until he cut the lights off.
Let me tell you something. This is 2021, TeaSpilla. This 2021, and roaches ain't scared of nobody and ain't got no shame. And they will wait till 10 people is sitting on the couch on the sectional in the living room and crawl clean across the TV. And you know that's what these roaches are doing in 2021.
Well, hey, look,
these roaches nowadays are some gangsters. Like some gangsters,
be like,
they come in like they done pay rent or something. Like, girl, you staying here for free.
Exactly.
Like, no.
Hey, well, D, I'm gonna ask Tremel do Carl got roaches. If Tremel say yeah, then it's true.
Tremel. Tremel would ask would be at Carl house if he had roaches. Okay.
I'm a DM Tremel. Do Carl got roaches?
Y'all know Tremel bougie ass would not be at his house. All right, so let's get into the hot seat, y'all. Let's get to Antar and WebLyfe. I love Antar. However, we could have did so much better with this season. Some of the casting was off, and not only that, the shit that we're seeing in season 2, we shouldn't still be having quality issues. We shouldn't have sound issues. We shouldn't be having confusion about when the show coming out. Is it coming out on a Tuesday or is it coming out any day? Like, I feel like you shot your pilot season, and once you said that you was gonna do it, Every single thing that you said that you were gonna do, you should have through with it, or you should have waited if you could not have done it. These guys deserved a proper rollout, which we did not get. We deserve proper promotion, which we did not get. We still have sound issues, which we should not have. Shit. In episode one, I was seeing cameraman, I was seeing microphone, I was seeing some production. Like, why the fuck are we still having these amateur ass issues in our second season when we're not supposed to? You know what I'm saying? And I could talk about the show because I work out. That's my boy. I work with the show, whatever. So that's my irritation with the show. It does come on Wednesdays now. It was not properly promoted that it's going to be coming on Wednesdays. When is it going to come on Wednesday? Shit, whenever it drops, because we have not gotten a concrete time. I feel like if you're going to dedicate yourself to something and you're going to say this is what you're going to do, then you need to do it all the way or not do it at all. So that's my irritation with the show. So Anti, I need you to come better. I need you to do better. The people deserve better. This cast worked extremely hard. They came to all of their filmings. They did the job that we asked them to do. And shit, come with it.
So Antar do ballroom?
Sierra
he does
down there.
Then she got so what Antar does a lot of production from other things. Like he does film a lot of ballroom stuff. He does film red carpets and things like that, short stories and stuff like that. But he ventured into reality TV. Like he has the equipment. He has great equipment. You know what I'm saying? Hell, he even shot part of Carl's video. But you can't do it all. Like if you said that you were bad at editing during season one, why the fuck are you still editing?
Do you see Nikki comment? She said one scene it was Mustang on screen, but had car name on. Don't you ever mix
Mustang
together.
I was so pissed off.
You saw it?
Oh my god.
And not only that, Carl's name was wrong.
Who casted Mustang though? Like, what was the purpose of casting Mustang?
Oh my god.
Who casted Mustang? Who casted Mustang?
Don't do that. You just rubbed
Holla,
it in.
Ting.
But one thing I can say though about WebLyfe, this is one cast that I can say the cast is very talented and has personality, and they deserve a better.
Not all of them got personality because Mustang ain't got no personality.
The majority of this cast has personality. Better out.
Mustang ain't got no personality. Like any bitch that goes to 840 to pick up $70 need to call it quits.
Well, he said
840.
Yeah, it was like, how you feel? I'm nervous.
You nervous to strip at 840? You the Beyonce of strippers. Like
nervous.
ain't what dude said.
Nervous.
No,
I will give Antar
Beyonce of strippers.
How you nervous to strip at 840?
I will give Antar credit. He did do a good job this season of getting the cast out into the community. Because normally what we've been seeing on these web shows, they just doing a little kickback in each other's houses. Or, little brunches in somebody else's living room that they don't even stay in. Shout out to Hey Mikey. But he actually has them in the community. And that's something we ain't seen before.
So nasty, so rude.
Get Auntie D. Hey Mikey.
Oh, that wing. Come off of the wing.
Hey Mikey dressed like a supportive auntie.
Oh, not a supportive. Look,
it's the last for me.
Yes. I had to give y'all a little bit. But I will give him that credit. Yeah, baby.
Is Hey Mikey suing the show? So I heard he's suing the show because he said it's his show, but like it's on Outpour Network. So like, how are you suing the show that you're not going to win about because it's on their channel?
I don't know about him suing the show, but if he wanted the bigger role in the show, he should have been an equal financial advisor instead of somebody who just wanted to be on the show and be the center of the show. And when that didn't happen, you threw a temper tantrum and tried to steal the show back. So he has an opportunity to put on WebLyfe on his show, on his the place that he works, which is UDO TV, which he said he was gonna do. So he has a cast, he has the network. So if he really wants to do WebLyfe, let him do it on his channel.
Damn.
So D, how come
Damn, Gina. Damn.
So D, how come Hey Mikey? What is his radio show on?
Huh?
Where can I hear his radio show? Because I've never seen it on FM.
Your guess is good as mine. I've been asking my client that for the longest. Like, if y'all don't know, Carl is my client, and
Yeah.
he was showing up to do this damn radio show that we ain't never heard. Shit, one of my clients was even on the show to premiere his video. Shit,
It might
that
be
Ooh,
video
Nikki
premiered in
McVay,
on
that's a
February.
AM.
government
Switch to
name,
the AM.
honey.
Switch to the AM side. It might be on AM.
That's a government name, Nikki.
It may be
Who's
on the AM side,
girl?
the dead air side.
You might hear it
Baby.
when pigs start flying. You might see it. Shit, I don't know. Hey, K Star, where's the radio show gonna be seen for every? Where can we see the radio show?
Because I've been looking for
Baby.
it. Like I've never seen it on FM, so I'm like, maybe I need to switch to AM. But all I
You
hear on
gonna
AM is
see it.
dead air.
Oh, K Star said
You got some more in
it's
that
coming
bed,
out.
Ken.
He said it's coming out.
Yeah,
Child.
but he said he interviewed all the stars and stuff. So I'm like, what can I hear the stars at? You know, you
Polo
interview all these
Young,
stars.
Stan Hardiman.
Hey, this is Polo. Hey, Polo.
Y'all
I
ain't
was
Stan
being
Hardiman.
good. It's the
Listen, the
crime.
library not close till 12 o'clock tonight because it's the lights.
Y'all, so what's next on the hot seat?
Hey,
Okay.
Mikey in the hot seat right now, though. So we on Hey Mikey. We on Auntie right now.
Stop it. You play too much. Next on the hot seat, we touched on it. It was the entertainment industry and Little Nas X. All of these toxic. First of all, let me tell you something. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh my God, how am I gonna explain this to my children?" The same way you explain to your children about bitches sucking your dick, getting multiple women pregnant, doing
Oh,
drugs, being in the gang.
oh.
If you can explain it to your children, then you can explain to your children that this young man is gay and this is how he expresses himself in his art, and just leave it at that. Y'all always talking about two girls kissing on each other, and that's a requirement in the bedroom. But then you talk about Lil Nas X kissing another man on the stage. Is this abomination and he needs to go straight to hell and needs to be banned? First of all, get your shit together because y'all didn't say nothing with Jamie Foxx and Fantasia were telling each other down at BET. Y'all ain't say nothing with Madonna old wrinkly ass was kissing on Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. But y'all mad at this? Give it life.
And then
I
on top
really
of
feel
that,
like.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, say what you were going to say.
I was just gonna say on top of that, like, how I end up gay if like forcing sexuality gonna be down somebody's throat. Like I shouldn't like niggas because I didn't grow up seeing that shit.
Look,
Exactly.
my thing is, my parents monitored what I watched on TV.
Not orange
I
juice.
was in high school by the time I even started watching the black classes like Don't Be a Menace to Society and Friday and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I went to school with kids that were 7 and 8 years old who knew those movies word for word. What
Exactly.
kills me is people acting like this is the first time that they've seen things inappropriate on TV. You was quoting TV back when they let cussing be on BET before Deborah Lee took over and took it from her husband.
Okay.
Back when her husband was over BET, everything was on BET.
BT
Y'all
uncut. I said it must be your ass.
Okay.
No face.
Like,
Because it makes your
it's
face.
just
I need
mind-boggling to me
attention.
how everybody is acting like this is just so brand new. Now, my question is, when it comes to entertainers, and this is my question, my ultimate question for the night. When it comes to entertainers, why is it that if a straight man is using a dress like Big Mama's House or Eddie Murphy or Shanae and Jamie Foxx and they're saying all these sexual things, and then say music-wise, you watch Prince walk around with his whole butt out. But if they socially claim, watch my fingers, quote unquote, claim to be straight, you're okay with it and it's all fun and games. But when a man is openly gay and doing it and wearing what he pretty much wear on a regular everyday basis, now you have a problem. So now it's showing your true colors and what you really believe and how you contradict.
Narcissism.
On top of that, though, I
Narcissism.
also clout chasing because they know how important he is and what it's gonna do. So whenever they
Yep.
respond, you know, the shade room gonna say this, the neighborhood talk gonna say this, T News blog may say this. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get them talked about. So Boosie is doing it because his Instagram is probably gonna get shut down every time he opens his mouth anyway. So he has to stay on Instagram somehow. Like
Yeah.
he's
Boosie gay.
Yeah,
That's what he care about it. Boosie gay. Lil Boosie want a nigga. That's why he talk about it so much.
Lil Boosie need to be careful before one of them girls he had sex with when they was underage. Back when he used to do his shows in Arkansas, the girls I went to high school with, he come down there fucking on them and sending them back to their fucking mama's house 16 years old and he damn near 30.
And that's the Z. Because I
I mean,
heard
it's
the
a lot of
same
undercover
promo.
niggas in the industry though, like
Be
Bow
having
Wow
it
them.
be underage girls twerking. Like, I think that somebody, this is how, okay, and when it comes to reporting people on social media, y'all, this is how this works. When Boosie Instagram got taken, this is what I suspect, and this is alleged and me just putting the puzzle pieces together. People report you because they don't like something you said. But what you said that they didn't like probably wasn't necessarily going against the Instagram rules. After you say something they don't like, Instagram reviews your page. If they catch a 15-year-old twerking on one of your lives, now you're removed. You see
What
what I'm saying?
Kayla Nicole was 18 when she was on there twerking her little
It
ass.
was no.
So
I have a friend who has a little sister that was 16 twerking for Boosie. I can call the name, but now she's 17, so I ain't gonna do that.
He out there sending sending cash apps to motherfuckers, and the number in their cash app name is 2003. That motherfucker is young as shit. Like she's a child.
Mm-hmm.
Boosie want a nigga. He just need to go do what he want to do. And
call him Lil Bussy.
Exactly, Lil Bussy. Lil Bussy want a nigga.
I'm sick of girl actually being deemed as cool
and being pushed
and
out.
being pushed on.
It's a double standard though. Like they respect girls. Girls can go do that. Girls have the option to go date a girl and come back and be straight again. A guy don't have that option.
I'm a testimony.
Yeah. Hershey had a girlfriend for years, you know what I'm saying? And she
lived together and everything, share bills, mail, all that stuff.
She like that thing being bust open, so she had to go
to
get a nigga again.
Hey.
I've been delivered. I don't like women's no more, but it's messed up how even with my own family, I'm able to go back and date guys again, and nobody cares.
It's like, oh, okay.
Nobody cares. Like they don't even mention her no more.
I'm dead.
You
the definition of you. It's just a phase.
But I can do that. I couldn't go do nothing like do all.
It's just a trial period.
Come back and say like I'm gonna date a girl again. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I could, but I have to move to Wyoming.
Not Wyoming.
What's next on the hot seat?
All right, so let's go. This is something I'm very passionate about, which is the use of drugs. In the past month we've lost 6 people publicly to drug overdoses, and it's not only just drug overdoses; it's drugs like with fentanyl. People don't know, but it takes just little crumbs of fentanyl to kill you. It doesn't take a lot. And our entertainment industry pushes drug use so much now. I remember growing up, we had Dare and different programs that diverted us from using drugs, and now it's just all out there. All of them sipping lean, and they openly bragging about doing coke and heroin. And the reality is, people are fucking dying from it. You know what I'm saying? Children are dying from it. Our stars are dying from it, our family members, and that's something that really needs to be addressed. And our hip hop community needs to be more focused on pushing a cleaner narrative than fucking Lil Nas X, because it's their lyrics that these kids are listening to that are going out feeling invincible and taking these hits of these drugs, and they're ending up dead. Like, it takes less than a centimeter of fentanyl to kill you. So that's something that I really, wanted to speak on. Like, we really need to get back into educating our kids about saying no to drugs. Our entertainers need to get back on this, back off of the drug culture, because they have created a drug culture where it's okay and it's cute to be a crackhead. It's cute to be on lean. Like, they have gotten so far into that. It's like, damn. It used to be a bad thing to be a crackhead.
It's even people that start smoking weed at 12.
I want to tell y'all a story real quick, and this happened, like, no lie, Jonathan. If you look in our personal group message, you will see that I messaged you this like 2 hours before we got on here. So I ended up having this situation where I had to try to at least make an attempt. I ended up calling 911, but I tried to call CPS first because it kind of threw me all the way left, y'all. It threw me that when I stopped and got some food tonight and some liquor before I came here, I actually witnessed an 11-year-old crackhead, like, roaming the streets and begging for money. And that threw me all the way left.
He might was 41. They be looking young.
No. I asked him. He was a child. He was smart. And he was short to be 11, too. He was small to be 11. And I asked him how old he was, and he kind of got irritated with me asking so many questions because I could obviously, I'm sorry, I know a crackhead when I see one, and I could obviously see what was wrong with him. And he just had like this little insignificant stuff that he probably stole at the store. I don't know. He was like, I can sell you this because I just want some money for some food. And when you see a child that's hungry, baby, I will give you my last. I will buy you some food. Let's go up in here and I'm going to get you some hot food. Then I'm going to take you across the street to the Piggly Wiggly and get you a sack of snacks because you are a child.
Yeah, sack of
When
snacks.
I told him that I was going to buy him some food, y'all, that baby spazzed out on me and cussed me out like never before. When I say he spazzed out, and I kind of shed some tears a little bit because it just didn't. I had never seen a child on drugs like that. And I ended up calling, well, I couldn't call CPS at first because it's closed. They open at 9 in the morning. So I called 911 and I told them as soon as I got on the line, I was like, this is the only number I know, but it's not an emergency. I gave them the address and the corner that the boy was staying at. And I was like, who do I contact? And they gave me some number where you can leave a message with CPS and leave them all the details. And it threw me because I have never seen a child roaming the streets.
So he's still out there right now.
Huh?
So he's still out there.
You say what? What'd you say?
They didn't go out there?
I don't know. I was on my way here. I don't know. I just made the phone call, but he was just walking. And this was in the Whitehaven area in Memphis, y'all. And Memphis is so fake. Like right down the street from Graceland, Elvis Presley mansion and all of that. It's just straight slum right behind it. And I was up in that area.
They can at least close at midnight.
Oh, wow. It opened at 9 in the morning.
They can at least close at midnight.
So the way CPS works though is they can call 911 can contact a CPS officer because they have people on call. I only noticed because his friends work for CPS. They could have done something.
I had to call 911.
They could have done something if they wanted to. It's just they didn't give a damn.
No, they said they was like, we're gonna send an officer out. That they did tell us that, and then they gave me a number where you could leave some type of information or whatever.
Todd, real quick, Todd, stop.
What?
He know what I'm talking about.
What?
It's the comments being highlighted at the bottom for me.
Oh no, they do that anyway though. It's going. I know what you're talking about, Ken, but they go highlight.
But I ended up calling 911 and I gave them the information or whatever, and I left. And that boy spazzed out on me. I ended up giving him.
Well, Polo, your wife cheating on you.
And I ended up giving like $2 and some dimes or some shit like that. And I was just like, it threw me all the way left. So to make a long story short, people need to be worried about all these rappers talking about codeine and all of this stuff because this is actually having an effect on our youth. When it comes to Lil Nas X talking about who he fucking, the only thing that's happening is everybody going home and going to bed and going to sleep.
They say I might bottom on the low, but I top shit.
Y'all
Lil Nas said that, or that's your verse, Lil Nas.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
Before I finish, it's the lady that I follow. Her name is Sin. Her 16-year-old daughter, her name is Olivia. She passed away actually like 2 days after DMX. Actually, the same day that DMX did from a drug overdose. She was hanging out with her friends, and they all decided to try cocaine. I think it was something. They decided to try some drugs. Well, it was laced with fentanyl, and this was her first time ever experimenting with drugs. And she actually lost her life at the age of 16. No, I'm sorry, she's not 16. I'm sorry, she's at the age of 15. So that's when I really started digging deep in the fentanyl cases as it relates to our children. It is a really, really serious problem that we have. So many of our children are dying due to fentanyl overdoses, and it's something that our hip hop community really needs to address. Because our children are listening to it. Like Hershey said, they're looking and listening to everything you're saying, and they are subsequently doing. Some of them are losing their lives. So that's something that we need to be focused on. I don't give a damn about Lil Nas X, but I do care about this generation of children who are dying because of them trying to listen and because they're glorifying what you're saying. So that's my tidbit. That's my hot seat for today.
And just a disclaimer real quick, and I'm not being funny, there's a number if you're suffering from addiction, 1-800-662-HELP or 4357. 1-800-662-4357. You are struggling with addiction. They will find you local treatment in your community. That way you can get yourself some help. Because we know it's a lot of addiction in the community.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, so for the next topic that we have on here, T-News, are you still there? Are you?
Yes, no, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, we need it for T-News. T-News, I feel like you just ain't. We need to let you say something.
Come on.
What's your input about the fentanyl?
Child, first of all, to be honest, I'm not finna do anything that is spelled backwards because why would I mess up my life like that? The latest is already messed up itself. So that's how I honestly feel about it.
Wait, fentanyl spelled backwards is what?
No, I'm talking about like any outside drug, period. Like I wouldn't even dare try it because it ain't no telling what it can do to like your future, everything. So I think about a lot of it.
I was over here.
You don't do drugs? That's you in Dallas? They said in Dallas people do a lot of stuff now.
Oh, real quick though,
they do.
I don't know if y'all,
to be honest, that's just me being honest. They do.
I don't know if y'all know, but like I advocate for mental health. So that person right there in the comments said my addiction is food. So that's one addiction that people don't talk about enough as well. I'm not saying they're addicted to food, but some people grow up in these families and shit like that, and it's crazy. I found this out on TikTok because I've been watching Wife Swap.
TikTok.
People have really been like having these like food like addictions, or I guess lack thereof, whenever they're bulimic or something like that. Like, and it's like affecting them in their adult life. And like, if y'all don't realize, like a lot of us have very bad eating habits. Like. And it come from like the way that we was growing up. So like we also need to take into account like you can be addicted to things that are not necessarily drugs, but it's a drug to your body and your brain.
Well, Ken, you a supplier. You cooking fried
Well, you
chicken
do have a point. Like anything
you
could be
cooking fried chicken and waffles and shit for people.
Okay, and it's crazy because I ain't grew up eating it.
Child, let's talk about the deeper root of all of this: stress, depression. Things that Black folks go through, because that's really...
I'm a stress eater. Like if I'm stressing about something, I go eat everything in the world. I'm stressing.
I stress a lot, so
let's talk about stress. And that's the root behind the addiction to anything: food, shopping, like gambling.
So do I know that like hypersexuality is a trauma response to affection? Like, and it's like a way for you to get your stress out. Like. It's a reliever for you, but like some people look at it as a sex addiction, but it's like this the only way I know to actually get like that endorphin in your body that actually relieves stress and makes you happy again. Like, kind of scary.
So having sex makes some people happy.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but
I mean, it makes a lot of
people being antisocial.
I'm not addicted to it though, so like I don't know what they talking about.
It's a temporary fix, and like. People go out and participate in drugs and drinking, and then they end up having sex, and they wake up the next morning still feeling shitty about themselves again.
But it's like that temporary moment just gave them some sort of
excitement.
Oh yeah, that's how I am when I'm drunk. Though. It's like I'll go do something like that when I'm drunk, and then the next day I'm like, damn, I can't believe I just did that.
Right.
That's y'all talking about?
I ain't gonna say that because I've been very like. You know what I mean? I've been tied down, but
tied down.
Yeah, but like I ain't never been the type to have sex out of stress. Like it's like I don't think whenever
I've had sex out of depression. I've had sex out of depression, and I've been in places where I was unhappy with myself. And you go out to the club and you meet a guy that you know is bad for you, when you get drunk and y'all smoke and you have sex, and you wake up next Sunday morning and you still feel the same way all over again.
And sometimes you feel a little bit worse.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
depending on who that bed next to you.
Depending on if it burns when you pee.
Yep.
Well, what's next on the docket?
So this is a topic that I actually did some real research and got a lot of information about. And that hot seat, that was really, really good.
Yeah, it was for real, D.
That was a good hot seat. So the next topic was who's beefing with Jason Lee. The whole world is, but right now we want to focus on civil.
The real Jason Lee, the one Todd beefing with, or the real.
Oh, you talking about? So Todd, this about what's his name?
Thirst Trap Boys.
Because
I
Todd
got
called
the
him
wrong
Jason Lee, so I
information.
thought we were talking about the Thirst Trap Boys. My bad.
Child, and you got a whole picture of him of Jason Lee. I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all get on my nerves.
Now Todd be saying Hollywood Unlocked when he talking about the Thirst Trap Boys. I'm really thinking y'all talking about them. Honest, that's what I got.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all have this.
Do not bring me into this. I thought we was talking about
Well,
Karen.
Todd, it was on the docket though. That was on the docket, Todd.
Like, he done set up these topics.
Todd, he done bought your they done bought your
I'm not
domain.
participating.
Like y'all got a real serious issue going on. He didn't bought your domain, and he gave you 72 hours to respond. So he's buying up a brand.
That is all fake news. Fake news. Take it up with
What's
the
y'all
lawyer.
issue?
About wonderful pistachios.
So they seem really upset at you, Todd. Like they want you to apologize. So you don't think it's worth an apology?
I can't apologize to somebody if I'm blocked.
Not this profile pic.
I'm so confused.
But why don't you feel like you owe them an apology, Todd? Like you said, they feel like you discredited them when they put up a post and you say fake news.
I'll be back. Y'all got to go get my charger.
News. I mean,
I don't know too much about the situation.
They bought the Real Hot Boys of Houston. They bought that brand.
So do they own you now or they don't own you?
They don't own me.
So do they own the Real Hot Boys of Houston brand?
I don't think they own the Real Hot Boys of Houston.
So they own it Tuesday when Todd don't say sorry about Tuesday. They gonna buy the LLC, so they officially own the Real Hot Boys of Houston Tuesday.
Ken, you belong to the Thirst Trap Boys.
Oh my God.
Was CJ cool with them? CJ, you know a lot more. You know them more than we do. So like, I know they told me some stuff too, though, but I'm pretty sure you got a way more insider than I got.
That is none of my business. I was on the clock during the time, so.
I just want everybody out there to know that I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, we asking questions. I know you know them too, though. Because they said you introduced them 2 times. They said you introduced them 2 times, CJ. So that's why I'm like, well.
What Braylon say? I can't see the comments no more.
He said, Todd, we love you. Well, I like the Thirst Trap Boys, though, so I'm just telling you, I like them. I was Todd, and then we squash that little issue, so we can argue there, live happily ever after. But Todd don't want to say he's sorry. He don't feel like he's sorry. He need to say that. So it's never gonna go nowhere. Because he told me today, he said he out in Mexico when we went to Dolphins and shit.
See, let me tell you what you're doing. You're being messy because you know Todd is not gonna
Todd may say I'm sorry though.
No, Todd don't need to apologize because Todd didn't do nothing wrong. How many people, for one, if you want your page to be official, you can't go after everybody naked comment on your page. The Shade Room posts about these celebrities all the time. Do you see the Shade Room commenting back and cussing people out and threatening people and doing little conniving ass shit? That person behind the page need to grow the fuck up, for one. How you compare yourself to somebody and you're ugly, for 2. For 3, your page is locked. Why? If you call yourself having all these followers, you can do this, you can do that. Leave your shit open. Let's go report some of your weird ass shit that you got going on. For 4, you look like the bitch that have Grindr downloaded on their phones and fake pictures and catfish motherfuckers whenever they come to your house.
Oh my God.
I hate people like that. Don't be mad because somebody said something. Be mad when
you just put a target on your back too, kid. With them.
I don't give a fuck. Be mad when
Braylon,
somebody.
we went to school for this, baby. We went to school
Put a picture of me up. Put a picture of me up next to you, and let's see what it do.
Okay, well, Ken just called the Thirst Trap Boys out. We'll see what happens with that.
Booty made out of straw, so you can suck my ass.
Did you heard it first? Did you heard it first?
Who is beefing with Jason Lee? I thought it was Karen Civil.
That's what happened with Karen Civil. And I took notes.
I thought y'all was talking about the Thirst Trap Boys because Todd called him Jason Lee in the Hollywood Unlocked. So that's my bad.
I took notes on Karen Civil and them.
Baby, I ain't got no beef with Jason Lee or Hollywood Unlocked.
And then this hoe in the comment, I tried to get Todd on the phone last night. Todd didn't want to get on the phone. Nobody has to talk to you. Are you?
Oh, that's them. That's them right there. The Real Hot Boys Houston. That's them.
Nobody cares. Nobody has to talk to you. I've never heard of you until I've heard of this drama and this beef. If that's what you want to be associated with for the first impression on people knowing who the fuck you are losing.
Well, Ken, they say they can help Todd out a lot. They say they can like.
Nobody wants your help. Unlock your page and put your
These girls
personal.
is popping, you know.
Now, who beefing with Jason Lee? Everybody. I hate the bitch too.
I just want everybody to know I was referring to the real Jason Lee because I thought that was talking about Karen Civil. And I spent a whole lot of time writing about Karen Civil today. So I wasn't prepared
I did
for
too.
the
Let's go,
Thirst Trap
sis.
Boys.
Well, Ken, he said I'm paid. That's all that matters.
And if you're paid, enjoy your coin to yourself. That's the thing. When you start living your life for other people, that's the kind of shit that you say. You don't have to impress nobody with what you have. If you're enjoying it and you really like it and you're really happy with yourself, then you can be happy sitting there alone without commenting little weird conniving shit. You done spent some money on some shit for what?
Well, Braylon saying the same thing you saying, Ken.
Why is Todd apologizing?
apologizing?
He commented under a post. Why should anyone apologize about that?
You need to go apologize to God before something happens to you and you go to hell.
Oh my God.
Lord Jesus.
Damn, Ken, you need to take another shot. Let's take a shot, Ken. Let's take a shot, Ken.
With the Thirst Trap Boys page that comes out of nowhere because somebody commented something on one of their posts that happens to do with the production of the Real Hot Boys is very childish and immature because someone is saying you have 72 hours to apologize. Bitch, make it 72 more.
Well, Ken, they say you don't know the full story, so please.
Nobody has to know the full story. Hear what I'm saying from somebody who don't know the full story. It sounds stupid. I wish a motherfucker would threaten me with an apology. You better apologize or else. Bitch, we all gonna die and choke.
Oh, Lord.
Never would have made it.
Well, clearly Ty's not going to apologize. So we know that's not going to happen no time soon. Unless Ty, have a change of heart. I don't know if he's going to have a change of heart. Probably not.
See, shut your ass up. I already told you I'm not apologizing to Jason Lee.
No. Oh, Lord.
Well, Ty, I didn't want your brand to get bought, but since you said that's not your brand name, then you cool with it being bought.
It's not.
See, you know damn well that's not my brand. Why are you playing on this damn live right now? This man bought a blank domain. Stop playing with me.
Okay, so I have a question. The next topic is the Come Up Atlanta promo, which I know nothing about. Can somebody give me some insight on what's going on with the Come Up Atlanta
Well, that's
promo?
D-side. D know that because D knows Sky real good.
So enlighten me, someone.
Because I know Sky too, but you know Sky better.
I just know everything. Okay, so
Well, did you know facts? I know gossip. You know facts. So I don't want to say my gossip that I know.
I
you know
facts.
Anything. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit because a lot of it is gonna unfold, and I have to protect some of my sources. So if you guys know, it's two different promos of the Come Up. It's one that came. Ooh, I'm showing a little bit too much skin. It's one that came out. It's one that came out about a couple months ago, and it's one that recently just came back out. I think Monday. And what is missing from the equation is Mr. Sky Valentine. The first time they did the promo, of course, I was in there, and Monique herself even made a cameo from it. Since then, they have severed ties with each other. From my understanding, it's legal reasons and not bad blood. Now, I did get the gossip on the other end, and the reason why is because somebody got their camera equipment stolen and some shit got fucked up. But I think it's more legal reasons and protecting brands than some other stuff that we were told. Also, they put up a snippet from this past weekend's concert that Pyro did, where he actually banned one of his cast members, Messiah, from entering. So that is going to be shown in this coming season as well. So I do know it's bad blood there because from what I'm being understood, Messiah runs his mouth too much, and that's a problem for some of his castmates. So we're going to see that unfold as well.
Yeah, like I said, I heard they told me the congregation told me that Sky had Karan set up to get his equipment stolen at the Marquette. And Ken, you know the Marquette, we went to Marquette, Ken. We got blacked out drunk at.
and still win a couple more places. Like, who the fuck do we think we were?
Exactly. So they said
But
that Sky set him up to get his shit stolen, and then so he had to chop all Sky footage because you can't set me up and get my equipment stolen and think you're gonna be on my show still. That's what I heard.
like, I feel like me not knowing too much about it. If Sky knew he was gonna be on the show, most of the time you do these things because you're gonna benefit from it. Will he really set him up to get his stuff stolen?
Exactly.
Exactly. Sky brought Monique on the show. Like, what web series said they got a big star like Monique?
That was my first time hearing about this.
Oh, that's your first time hearing about it? Yeah, that's what I heard like a while ago.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's not the. It has nothing. Sky didn't set him up to get his equipment stolen. Like that never happened.
And I'm like, Scott got a lot going on. Scott got his grandmama to take care of. You think he got tired of be setting people up to get damn equipment stolen from the Marquette out of all places? The Marquette full of scammers and thieves. My friend got 4 tires stolen in the Marquette. So, Karan, that ain't Scott. That's them niggas who go to the Marquette.
It's probably just random, roundabout people.
Yeah, random people like the Marquette.
And then when I pulled up in Atlanta for this past Pride, you could ask TeaSpilla. Baby, I was petty about where I parked at Infinity. I was like, this too close to the road. Baby, we finna pull up to the side of the building some kind of way because I already know what it was about. You have to be really, really careful. And with OTS Films, like with the people that I do, videos and stuff with, I used to be mad because when we would go out of town and stay in hotels, they would literally make me carry, like we would have to carry all the equipment up to the hotel, and now I'd be mad. But now that I saw that situation and how much it's thousands of dollars worth of equipment, like I see why we was lugging our stuff up to the hotel. We always had our equipment on our back or on them. It was times I wanted to be cute in the club and I had a whole strap on the back camera on and I didn't want it, but they was like, man, you hold this. Like,
why was his equipment at the Marquette?
Well, somebody said that wasn't his trunk. That's not random.
To the Marquette.
So they said that wasn't his trunk. That's not random. So like they think he got set up for real.
So, but why? But if you,
but why would they think Sky out of all people would do that?
Right.
But see, my thing is when you're a hot commodity and everybody knows that you do these web videos and things like that, when you pull up, people have been watching you. Like they know people watch you. When you move into a house, people watch you move your furniture and your TVs in. People watch you. 9 times out of 10, whoever stole whatever they stole from you, they have been watching you. When my apartment got robbed, I used to have house parties, and whoever went to my house party, they left my patio door cracked, and then came and climbed back up to the 2nd floor patio, and then came in. People plot and plan on this stuff.
So yeah, the person Sierra Jones, whoever that is, be going in. So it definitely don't seem like it was random. For one, what's the chance of you going in the trunk of a random car and stealing camera equipment? But it's just like, don't point fingers if you really don't know. If it's just easier to do that, then where's your proof? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have something to back that up to accuse somebody of stealing from you, especially something that's so valuable, especially to a brand.
Like, they said Sky quit the show the same night, so it's like,
and also you have to think of it. So the only person that he had that was on that particular footage was Sky. If that was the case, if they stole his camera equipment and he had to cut all those scenes, he would have had to cut everybody's scenes. He just cut Sky out of some scenes. It wasn't everybody. He would have lost that entire season. People have to be smart. People have to use their brain. Sky quit for another reason, and Sky is my brother, and we do confide in each other. So I'm not gonna say the reason. However, he did not have his stuff set up to be stolen, and he quit for other reasons.
Well, a cast member told me that they kind of knew for a fact that Sky had something to do with it.
Well, I'm telling you,
if Sky quit the show, then why are they making that the storyline? You know what I'm saying? If Scott not on the show, you cut all his footage, they wouldn't make that the storyline of the promo, right?
I didn't like that promo. It was like, well, did you hear anything? Girl,
did y'all see the new cast member?
I don't want to say nothing. Girl,
did y'all see the new cast member they added?
No, don't be saying. I was like, well, so what is it? Like, what are y'all trying to
Right.
I liked it. It pulled me in, but which one is the new cast member?
I guess I was
his name is Anthony.
And make him tell me.
The one with the look.
Yeah, he was the like real. I think he was the white guy with the all white hair,
And the pink big
the makeup
lips.
artist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Everybody was like, who taught you this? Girl, who know? I don't know. Do you
They
know?
said, don't ask
I
me
don't
about
know.
that.
No. Do
What she
you
say?
know?
Don't ask me about that.
But I want to see
Well,
Pyro.
see,
Pyro crazy.
well, see, this is what I do for y'all. I will call Sky up and I will get him into the hot seat and I will have him say what happened from his side of things. But by y'all saying you said Sky was too thirsty to be back in the spotlight. Just like you could say that they was too thirsty to have Sky on their show. I know I can protect a lot of my sources,
Look,
but
D,
it was
this my
definitely not
thing.
one sided.
But D, this is my thing. I would feel guilty for you even reaching out to him about something like that now because of what's going on with his grandmother or whatever. That situation, like in times like this, that is the last thing that somebody would want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that you
like you
stole
said
some
earlier,
equipment that you
you
didn't
have
do.
to have your facts straight. And no matter what the facts are, the fact still remains, why the hell you got your equipment at the Marquette?
Exactly.
That's all I want to know is why. If I was let's say a mobile jeweler, I'm not gonna pull up to the club with my gold blocks in my back seat or in my trunk. That's gonna be somewhere locked up and protected because that's my livelihood. That's my income. For one, don't set yourself up for failure because that's what you did by having all that equipment in the trunk. Literally, one of my friends was on the phone with me. He was in LA leaving the club about 5 o'clock in the morning. He left his camera in the back seat of his car, and he normally put it in his trunk. But this time he didn't do that. Then one time he got his window busted and camera stolen, and it took him, I think, a year to get his camera back with all the right equipment. He had like $2,000-3,000 worth of equipment. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't have that to make money in order to replace the camera, so he had to find other means of income. So it's like I would never set myself up like that. If you had a long ass day and you got to rush to get to the club, you probably don't need to go out that night because you need to go drop off your money and your income first.
Please, it's been times I wanted to be cute in
Because-
the club, and my producer was like, "You keep this camera strapped to your back until we find that car," and I was mad. But you gotta watch your stuff. That stuff is expensive.
Even on a smaller tip, how many times you didn't use the company credit card and lost the receipt and had to go hunt that bitch down weeks and months later just because, you know what I'm saying? For one, you know what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what it brings. You know what it could possibly look like for one, you're stealing or anything like that. The car come up missing. You know, you're the last one that had it. But anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like on a small or big scale. So you always got to watch your back. So yeah, if somebody stole your equipment, that's one thing. But two, what did you do to make sure your equipment didn't get stolen? You know what I'm saying? What did you do to watch your back? Where was your receipts to make sure that you didn't you handled all this shit the right way?
Well, maybe Karan didn't know about like the Marquette. Maybe he didn't know that it was like crazy like that because they say I heard he deal like with white men and shit. So like if he deal with like white men, he's not gonna go to the Quet.
He deal with white men, then he probably pulled up and saw them niggas outside and probably should have wanted to pull off instead of leaving his shit in that trunk.
It's been times when we wanted to go out to eat and we didn't park at the Juicy Crab until we dropped that stuff off. Right. And this is for everybody that's watching that ever wanted to invest in any type of equipment or anything. It's been times where we wanted to sit down and eat at Juicy Crab and they was like, "No, we're going to drive to my apartment 30 minutes away from here and drop it off and then drive 30 minutes back." And I was mad. But when I saw this, that's when I realized that it was something serious.
It's one of those type of situations that you have to think about. If you know you're a producer of the show and you got all of this equipment in your vehicle or whoever you're riding with, you have to think about like, okay, where I'm gonna put this stuff at. Just like Ken was saying earlier, like you have to think responsibly, to be honest, because you'll never know. Like one day you might go out to the club or anything like that, and you didn't have time to go home, and then boom, life just happened. Your stuff got stolen out the car. So you just have to think about stuff responsibly.
What Karan been in this game since 2013, so you think he'll be a little bit more smarter in the way he moves. You know, he been doing this shit before, came out and all that stuff.
Hey, Diamond.
Oh, Polo ain't right. Polo said, "Child, ain't nobody steal them two disposable Polaroid cameras." Woo.
I mean, the quality not great. I'm not gonna.
The shame.
The quality is not great to come up. It looked better this season from the promos. It looked a lot better than the previous seasons I watched.
The one thing that really bothers me is that the show does not have an introduction. Just like Chasing Dallas, Chasing Atlanta,
Which one?
all the other web series. I'm talking about the Come Up Atlanta.
Oh.
What you mean they don't have an introduction?
You know how like
Meet the cast?
Yeah, like showing like who's on the show and you know how the music is playing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like how the show.
Oh, the
like,
intro. Okay.
Yeah, the intro.
Oh, the intro when it come on. Okay, yeah.
Oh, like a title.
They don't never noticed that. They don't have that. I just noticed it.
Yeah.
And they don't have that for like the Come Up Miami either.
It's so many different shows, y'all. I'm the least tuned in. I cannot keep up.
Shit, you,
Let's
me,
get
I'm
into-
right with you.
Let's get into the Real Hot Boys of LAX promo. The Real Hot Boys of Hollywood. I just want to talk about James Camper if y'all ever go there, but if not, do y'all thing.
The one I saw today was like, I don't know. I don't, it's weird to me when people brag about the type of, I dated a famous porn star. Okay, like congratulations, you and everybody else got fucked during your relationship now.
The TeaSpilla has been texting a famous porn star.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Hell.
I'm just gonna change the subject. I'm just gonna change the subject.
Well, Hershey, you owe me that one because I said something about you, so you owe me that one. You got me.
What you say about me?
Nothing to worry about it.
Okay.
None of these shows have a good cast roll out the G status and Chasing Reality.
So I feel like the problem is y'all are comparing, like, and I say y'all as in like viewers, period. We compare too much to things that we are normally here. You know what I'm saying? What we normally see. Like, I ain't gonna say they're wrong for not having like a title sequence or a good rollout, meet the cast or anything like that. But it's like that's the thing that we always see, so that's why we always expecting it. I think it may be interesting that every episode, for the first 3 episodes, we get introduced to somebody new and random. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to knowing who it is and seeing how they can come into the show, as opposed to just being like, boom, I'm on the show, and then they not pop up to episode 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, that may be another way that they feel like they can bring people in. Even like as a person being on the show, you'd be like, oh, I ain't coming into episode 4, but you can get your friends hyped up into that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could just be a new approach or a new thing that people are trying to do, or lack of talent that may benefit in their favor later on.
I agree with Candace. I'm tired of Rock. Like, I'm so tired of Rock.
So
Rock came from the Come Up Atlanta, and he didn't do shit there. And he thought that he was gonna go across the country and do this and be this bitch that he know he ain't. He got ran out of Atlanta.
He was on the Come Up Atlanta.
He got ran out of Atlanta.
He got ran out of Atlanta. He was working at the extended stay. They said he was renting rooms out and going in there fucking niggas for money. Like, they say he a top. Like, I don't know. He don't give me top, but they say he a top, but he was fucking niggas in the room getting money because he broke. And he was sleeping on everybody's couch in Atlanta till everybody got tired of him. He was like sleeping on Tay, what's his name? Tay the T, whatever his name is, couch. And I guess he met James Camper, like weird ass side face ass.
Sideways face ass.
And he flew out to California and did the same thing he did in Atlanta. In the South, he did it on the West, and they caught on quick.
Wow.
Like Rock, you boo-booing on people's toilets. That shit ridiculous.
Oh my God!
Like, you a bomb. Like, last time I seen him, he was working at. He was working at. So I didn't know he was a bartender until the last time I saw him.
So wait, real quick. So earlier we was tagging something on Facebook, and people were talking about all this and all that. Like, one, I don't know Rock, and I'll ask later on who is Rock, because clearly that was his face, right?
Yeah, the light skin.
Just on the little screen.
Yeah.
So, but like the guy earlier tagged us in something saying like, "Don't get on my business, like talk about my business," and I'm being messy. It's like, for one, it's got these boys shook.
The James Camper guy?
No, the Rock boy got everybody shook somehow because everybody hates him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he low key doing what he needs to do if that's the character that he wants to portray.
He's not doing what he needs to do.
Giving him way too much energy if they don't like him.
He a liar. Like, he lying, he's scaring these niggas out of money. So of course, if you being nice, and you let somebody come stay with you, Ken, and they scamming you out of money. You tell me I can stay with you for a month till I get on my feet. A month turned to 6 months, and you see
They
me
let
buy a
that
Mercedes.
happen. They let that happen.
But you say, Ken, John, well, you gonna let me get me a car? What if I roll up in your crib with a Mercedes Benz? You gonna be like, damn, like you can't pay me no money, but you got them Benz?
If you
No,
roll up at my
that's our
crib without
Benz.
paying me,
It's all
Exactly, that's our Benz.
without paying me with a Mercedes Benz, you can sleep in your Mercedes.
It's all about what you allow.
Yep.
You cannot allow people to do shitty
Now,
shit.
to be honest, I can understand how he felt in a sense, but he didn't have to do it this way because he pretty much just embarrassed himself. So that's how I honestly
Rock is
feel
great
about
for series.
Yeah.
But brother, he quit every web series he be on, so he ain't great to me for one. When it get hot, he quit. Just like he did when he got hot, he quit.
And Candace said, if we're going to model these shows after the Housewives, you got to give us Bravo, baby. So I don't think these shows that we're on are any model of Housewives. I have not once saw them make it a point to talk about the reality of their job. They've spoke on it, but the main issue during the reality shows is drama. Now, unfortunately, that's what it seemed like they're modeling after because all they do is the drama thing. We don't really see a lot of the other things. But that's not the model or the baseline of these shows. That's why they're called other things. The Real Housewives of Atlanta would probably be called The Real Housewives of Business or some dumb shit like that if it was actually about their businesses. But these people are put on these platforms to heighten their businesses and get their brands and things out there. And they're not doing it because they're too focused on the drama. If I had a web show, I'm not going to focus on all the negative shit that somebody said about my web show. I'm going to focus on the things that people are saying that's good.
Yeah.
Because that's my brand. My brand. What matters to me is the good things. The bad things, if it ain't customer service issues, then you can get the fuck on. Your opinion don't matter to my brand. Your money do.
So, like, how do y'all feel about the breaking into Todrick Hall's home allegations?
Ooh.
They said Rock broke into Todrick home.
Oh, Lord.
And stole
It
his
ain't really
stuff.
but it is.
And that goes again. Rock is just another like he a nomad. He go from Atlanta to fucking California, and you just steal people's shit. And then I just don't like the boy. I already, you know what I'm saying? What I know about him, he just seemed like a scammer ass, dumb ass nigga. Like to me, I just don't fuck with him.
How did he get access to Todrick Hall's home?
He had so when James Kemper went live in that goddamn Jabberwockies mask, trying to talk about what you call it, he was like Rock used to go over to Todrick Hall house all the time. He's friends with Todrick Hall. He would take pictures in Todrick Hall house. And then he said that the break-in happened at Todrick Hall house. He said him and Rock was sitting on the couch together one day. And he was like, yeah, so did you hear somebody broke into Todrick Hall house? And he said Rock was acting nervous. And then after that, he said that Rock was trying to break into his house, assuming that he was not home. And that's the information that he gave us.
What James?
Oh, okay.
Your home deserves to get
That's
news because if you have my birth certificate and all my social security cards, of course I'm breaking your damn house to get my shit if you're answering the phone.
Who had his stuff?
James Camper had Rock birth certificate and social security card and passport and all his important stuff he needed.
Was the guy phone was off or something?
Mail, bank statements.
I guess James will answer the phone. But if you boo-boo my toilet, I'm not going to answer the phone either if you don't clean it up.
I mean, aren't you supposed to boo-boo in my toilet?
If you boo-boo on my toilet, not in the toilet. On my toilet.
Maybe he splatted on the side.
I'm not going to answer the phone either. You boo-boo on my toilet, no clean.
Not everybody just
my God.
like boo-boo and pee.
Oh, my God.
T-News, what you think happened?
I don't even want to know what happened now, to be honest. Like,
So,
That was just
do
lies.
you think James Camper lying, T-News?
You said what?
Do you think James Camper is lying?
I'm finna be a little messy.
To be honest, I honestly think he's lying in the way because I don't know. I just think it's just all a setup in a sense because it just kind of confuses me at this point.
Well, I'm gonna be a little messy. Well, James Campbell went live from his real page on Instagram, and the Thirst Trap Boys got in the comments and told him a whole new.
Oh Lord. Like how are you trying to tell me about to be a law student? Like, bitch, if you was a law student, you wouldn't let that shit happen to you.
Lord.
He was suffering cancer, so he probably had loose bowels.
See, Bradley, I ain't even talk about Rock said he had cancer because they say he faked that story too, but he showed us the prescription on what's up with these girls faking like they got cancer, saying they got cancer and they don't got it.
Stop, bitch.
Oh Lord.
Like I just want to know, like, out of all the shit y'all can say y'all got, why the fuck do y'all say y'all got cancer? Like, it's so much shit I can say I had. Like, cancer is not the first thing on my list to go to.
Well,
Bitch, I say I had syphilis before I say I had cancer.
Nobody
At least syphilis can get cured. I think.
Nobody feels bad for you if you have syphilis, or nobody feels bad for you if you have chlamydia, but everybody feels bad for cancer patients. So honestly, if that's a fake, then they're using it as a sympathy plea, like they want somebody to feel bad for them. If that's the case, I'm not denying or agreeing with anybody's cancer allegations. If you tell me you got cancer, you got cancer. If you tell me you a cancer, you a cancer. However, I'm not gonna sit there and deny it because that is not my reality. I don't know what you went through.
Ken, he went through chemotherapy, and the only hair he lost was his beard, and that shit is back now. He didn't lose no hair on the top of his head. He lost his beard. His beard is fully back now. So, like, if I go through cancer, I'm gonna lose hair all over my body. I'm just not gonna lose my beard.
But you never know. Like, that's
I don't want to because see, my thing is for the people who really do have cancer. You know what I mean?
Like, what if there's people who have cancer who hasn't lost hair? You know what I'm saying? Like, at all, because it was the
chemo. You're losing hair. If you go through chemotherapy, you're losing hair.
Which is true, but we're not here to sit there in it. I ain't been in nobody's operating room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't.
Operating room.
So
I think it's more of like, I think it's now becoming a thing to where like people are coming out more about these long-term diseases in a sense, other than a temporary like virus or something, if that makes sense.
You just have to be careful because like the thing is, some people may be holding back. It may seem like a plea, but like if they come back with receipts, then what are you going to say about your, your foul words to what they actually went through?
Yeah, and that's another thing about it too. Like you have to be careful how you put it out there.
Yes, because like
he had cancer, and they said that he was getting IVs for hangovers. Okay, so
but that's
all these people had
IVs for hangovers. You get IVs for alcohol poisoning, and if that's the case, then it could have been something serious. If it's to the point where you're having to constantly get them because you're constantly having really bad episodes, it may not just be that you're drinking too much. You may actually have another underlying health issue that's interfering with.
See, Bradley being shady.
If you tell me that it's cancer, then I'm gonna believe that it's cancer because I'm not here to deny those.
Okay, well, he had cancer with an S curl. He had a whole S curl.
Nothing you say is gonna make me change my mind. You cannot deny anybody's health allegations.
He had an S curl. When have you seen a man on the S curl box?
I was to tell you I was a diabetic and you saw me eating M&Ms, you gonna sit there and go tell the world I'm lying about being a diabetic?
Hell yes.
Why?
That's terrible.
And the reason why is because that's what you think you know about it, as opposed to what you.
I'm just like I wouldn't say anybody with a diabetic eat M&Ms.
I know, but what I'm saying though is when you heard, you know what I'm saying. You're a T page. People are literally out there trying to make people look bad because of the things that you're going to put out there. So they're going to go to the worst of the worst.
Yeah, I feel like what Ken is saying is that you can't go by tangible things and use those as means to. And it's crazy. As crazy as this may sound, there are some cancers that may be some users that are shitty people too. But it does not deny the fact that
he definitely shitty.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I hope he had cancer. I'm not gonna say he didn't have it. I hope he did have cancer.
He looked really sick. He really did.
He always been thin though. Like he ain't like he just got thinner because he had cancer.
Because I followed him before all of this, like I kind of knew what he looked like before and what he looked like when he was going through the sickness. And I also remember that there was like this 3 to 4 month hiatus from social media that he took. And I thought that was kind of odd. and that's what makes me believe that he did have it. So I'm not, denying the fact that the man was sick, nor do I throw out the, because it could be people out there who really do have cancer, and they'll be like, well, that's messed up.
And I'm not speaking on no people. Like, if you got cancer for real, you got cancer for real. I'm just saying I didn't believe Rock, but like listening to y'all, he might have had it. I'm gonna need to see some before and after pictures to really see.
But that's the thing. That's the thing right there. He don't have to prove nothing to you or anybody else.
Now, Hershey said she's seen some pictures of him like before, so I want to see like what she's talking about.
True, but just at the same sense that you can't. It just comes out really bad when
it
like,
does.
See this, like, you know what I'm saying? Right now, like, I'm gonna be honest. I got COVID. I've been on quarantine for the last 10 days. You know what I'm saying? I haven't acted like it. I can't smell a motherfucking thing. No matter what y'all see me eat or drink on this damn camera, it has no taste to it. But y'all see me eating, you gonna sit there and deny that I have it just because you see me eating something with flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't go off of the little shit.
But go ahead and take a shot though. Let me see you take a shot. I believe if you take
and
a shot,
I literally have not made
no gag
taste.
like that. I believe. Okay, well,
no taste.
So how it tastes like water?
No, everything tastes gray. Everything tastes fucking gray. I hate these.
Todd, how much more time do we have? Because I kind of want the people in the comments. I want the people in the comments to ask. I want to interact with some folks. And I want the people in the comments to ask, like,
let's go to the comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here. So, what we want to do? We want to do like a speed round, or
let's do a Q&A. We might have missed a lot.
I've been holding it down perfectly fine. Like,
you think it was
I've been
good?
over here eating my dinner. Yeah,
so you eat
bitch is 4 meal.
The nerve.
Hey,
yeah, I apologize about the cancer situation. I'm not trying to say anybody that had cancer.
No, not that. It's just you have
to hey y'all, what I mean.
If you're gonna report that it's a possible fake, then don't jump on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave your mind open.
in the building.
What up, Reese?
Hey, Reese.
You have to rewind. What I miss, y'all?
What's going on now? Is that Reese?
Yeah, Reese in the building.
Tell Reese that first episode of Chasing Dallas was top tier. Hunty, that was
I'll be honest.
The quality was good. I loved it.
It looked really good. It did. It's some of the things did seem very scripted. That's what we were speaking on.
God.
So I'm not saying it in a shady way. It seemed like something had to be re-recorded.
Other than that, it was great.
Everything was great. Reese, they were saying Trey Howard seen a little scripted. Reese, they said Trey Howard and his boyfriend had the same pajamas on, and they said that they looked at reading off cue cards, like the stuff they were saying.
I'm about to mute TeaSpilla.
That's what people said. Like
it didn't.
I'm telling you what people said. That's what the people said.
Or even the scene with Ariel, once she gets to her front door, she started running. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little stuff. Is just she was already late, and then
I didn't even notice that.
I noticed Dallas traffic.
I ain't noticed
everything.
Huh?
As a kid, you noticing everything.
Well, it's just the stuff that stands out to me that seems a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been.
That was odd, right?
Like, it was just a little shuffle when I got out the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, I watched the whole episode. I do like it though.
Yeah, I like the first episode. That was good.
And like, Trey Howard is one of my favorite people to watch because I like his approach. He's so young and doing the thing, but like I said, them having the matching pajamas in the house, like, make it seem more of a reality. I'm in here in some damn boohoo shorts and a Rugrats shirt, you know what I'm saying? And if I was coming to be filmed on a scene where I was going to be like laying in the house, then I'm not going to put too much effort into changing. You know what I'm saying?
You could always pull a Love and Hip Hop and have them laying in the bed talking to each other. You know, Love and Hip Hop is good for laying in the bed.
And when I tell you, I be
right, they good for the bed.
Jump those scenes.
All right, we open up to the audience, y'all. Y'all got any comments? Y'all got anything y'all want to say? Y'all been rocking with us for like an hour and 40 minutes, y'all. Don't get quiet now.
Right. Where Nikki at?
Where my good sister
Y'all was down there.
Come on,
somebody said everything about Howard over the top.
Yeah.
Everything about who?
Trey Howard is over the top.
I admire people who are over the top. I really do, because I'm a very, especially when it comes to the way that I dress, I'm a very safe person. So I admire people who are over the top.
Exactly. Like, I do appreciate his boldness. Like, he very good. Like even the matching outfits, they do things like that. They always put them together in a way where y'all match them, but y'all not like you know what I'm saying? The peppermint twins. What is it called? With
The peppermint twins.
Double.
What I really like about Trey
Come
this
on,
season
Hershey,
is
for
that
the
he's
Love
not the
Hip Hop
person
rap.
that he was last season.
Yeah.
Like he
like
just transformed into a different person.
A lot. The last relationship made him grow up a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole boy sleeping with his ex or boyfriend and all that crazy shit. Like I feel like now, like he understands like a relationship is more so a partnership. You know what I'm saying? And like let's do this together. Like it's just the conversation seemed scripted, but it was really real, like a real subject.
Yeah, I feel like they maybe like talked about it before they filmed it, and then it kind of came off that way.
Like I said, all in all, like very good. Like I give the first episode a 7 out of 10. Like it was quite a few scenes that I do like that. But
I want to get into the Reese.
My
bad, Ken.
No, I was just gonna say, even then on WebLyfe, like the scenes were long as hell, but they were interesting like the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But even with chasing, like the scenes are a lot shorter, but that's just enough for what works for them. So.
Yeah, but I really want to get into the Reese and Markel storyline. I want to know who's lying and who's telling the truth. That's because Markel told me one thing and then Reese said one thing, so I don't know what to believe in that situation. Because we were talking to Markel, me and Dre Simba went live, and Markel was in our live, and he was like, he ain't watching the show. He just let shit play out, and then he gonna like say his piece then.
What show would you like to see?
Braylon said, what show would you like to see on the mainstream television?
I've always rooted for chasing right away. Always. Just for the simple fact that I've always known where the show was going. I was watching it, and I could not necessarily expect something, but I could expect good quality work. You know what I'm saying? Like they put their dues in, and they have viewers, they have the fans, and they even like they got the reality on the chokehold for sure. So I would definitely give them their credit and say that.
And I would if it was up to me, they would skip Zeus Network and go straight to mainstream. They would go straight to VH1 or Bravo. Skip Zeus Network because y'all already doing Zeus Network numbers with better production and better quality. So I would like to see Chasing Reality on real TV, like for real.
Only and the one thing I would say, I would like their reunions to have a little higher quality when it comes to the reunions of the shows. But I can understand the space being hard because even when we was trying to do Real Hot Boys, like the reunion part, it was hard as fuck trying to find a venue that was big enough to accommodate everybody. The echo and issues, you know what I'm saying? But like overall, like I said, it didn't have a good concept and setup, but it is like. I guess that would be my only critique is the reunion is usually the worst part of the season as far as quality.
Especially when it comes to sound. When it comes to sound, like I do scripted stuff. So when it comes to sound,
don't ask me what's going on and then get mad. I ain't asking you to do nothing more than what you're doing.
Like, can't give me some money. Reese said, "Can't give me some money."
Look, these whole boom mics versus the clips and one camera angle versus the other, and one camera lens may not be the same lens. Y'all don't understand half.
Right, and I do understand, but like I'm telling you, my favorite parts, which is everything. You can look if you got 12 episodes, and I tell you 11 of them is good, and one of them I didn't really care for that much. Give me credit for giving you your credit on them 11 episodes that I really did enjoy.
So let me ask the panel, like, what's y'all top like web series show that's out that y'all is like above all of them?
When it comes to quality, I like Chasing. When it comes to my personal interest, I like G Status.
I feel like
what's yours, D?
I had a relationship with a lot of people on G Status. Like I knew them, you know what I'm saying, and talked to them, even outside of like reality shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I will be easily tied into them. I did appreciate that show. But Chasing is way more put together, and it's something that I feel like would be easier to follow long term.
I agree with Chasing, but I have a personal connection when it comes to to WebLyfe. So that would be my vote. But but with saying that, I would need WebLyfe to step it up as far as production to go. So it could be in the running with a chasing and a G status. So that's just me.
What's yours, T-News?
I would say my topic is chasing reality because they are very organized, and it was something about them that actually caught my attention to make me want to start like talking about more. Like I would say, like how it influenced me to like be open to different subjects and like talking like how can I explain it? So I would say since they were like the first show that I have seen since living in Texas, it kind of opened me up to like seeing other web series that's out, like that's actually coming out and trying to, get our people out there, like people in our community. So I love to see that there be like a big influence to other web series.
It's different, and I'm very excited about Just Lauren.
I am.
I'm
Just in time to talk about it.
In the trailer that
y'all put, I like
that trailer today was.
Y'all didn't ask T who he liked.
You say what?
No.
I like T who he liked.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
I like chasing, and I like the shit we do for love. The shit we do for love really gonna be
I love the shit we do.
Yeah, I love the shit we do for love.
Oh yeah, that too.
I'm a chasing hoe, but I love the shit we do for love. Oh, and of course,
they entertaining
all day, every day. Don't sleep on it, even though it might be owned by Jason Lee.
I like y'all too, Tyler. I like y'all show too, Tyler. I know y'all more than a lot of anybody else.
All you gotta do is become friends with Ken. I'm gonna let you know the truth.
I think the shit we do for love is very interesting to watch.
It's entertaining.
They next up. I feel like Carl need to be on. I feel like Carl need to be like on something else. Like Carl, I can see Carl being on mainstream.
Carl needs to be on chasing.
Yeah,
he is chasing material.
Carl needs to definitely be on chasing.
He's chasing material.
Carl has a lot to give.
Chasing New York.
A lot to give.
Look,
he's right. He's always working. Like, look, you see him up here probing. Like, he has so much to offer. Like, that would be something that he definitely needs to be on. Because he's never not working. We are always working. Like, our conversations go from like, oh yeah, did you see this and such and such? Okay, so for this rollout, we need to do this and that. Like, we're always working all day.
Who are y'all talking about again?
So Raven said Carl.
From WebLyfe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can y'all imagine him and Ford getting into it?
They did get into it.
I can.
Ken did get into it bad, like real bad.
They did.
Yes. Carl drop kicked him off the porch. Carl drop kicked him off the porch and hurt his leg.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, they beat Ford up in the club. Fro dragged
Ford. He almost broke his leg or something like that.
Yeah.
But hold on. Yeah. Yeah. So Reese, Carl for the.
Because I want to hear about this.
Now we fought.
They already fought. Like in the house party.
He said we fought already, and I whooped her.
It was at Charlie's party, I believe. He asked for that ass whooping. He got his ass beat by Lando, then turned around, got his ass beat by Carl the same night. And then he walked up on Tremel talking about what's good, we good, and he got his ass whooped that day. If y'all really want to know, Tremel's popped off. That's referencing the situation between him and Fluellen.
Oh, so K-Star got them hands. K-Star rocking folks to sleep out here in these streets.
Oh yeah, Carl like to fight. He said Carl ran up on a king at the Monet party.
Oh Lord.
That shit was so funny.
Carl the same person you see on the screen in person.
Yeah, he is. He's a nutcase.
But Braylon had a good question. I gotta go back to Braylon's question.
Oh, yes. 3 tips.
He said if you could get. Yeah, he said if you give any new creators that are thinking about producing a new show Then what are 3 tips that you would give? The whole panel has to agree on 3 tips.
One,
Oh,
I think we can all agree on having quality equipment.
yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
trying
gonna have
to
to play.
control.
I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate on the equipment. When it comes to equipment and Dario, a lot of his stuff is editing instead of equipment. A lot of Andario's best scenes come from an Android phone. With that being said, it has nothing to do with the equipment. Like, you can give a dummy the equipment and they will still give you a bad quality show.
Right.
It's about who you're working with and it's about how they edit. And Dario can get just the latest version of the newest Samsung Galaxy phone and give you a fire-ass production.
Right.
So it has a whole lot to do with just editing and quality, and just like singing and painting and doing everything else. A whole lot of people fail to realize that with some of this production shit, some of this stuff is talent. Like, you just like have to really have it. So yeah, you do have to have quality equipment, but also you have to have a quality person behind it.
But even then, like I'm gonna be devil's advocate right back. Quality equipment is Dario going out and using the latest Android phone as opposed to just using any old camera. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. He ain't using no Stylo 6. Damn camera.
A chocolate.
Yeah.
A J2,
A J2 pure.
Lord.
We need to have a diverse cast that brings something to the show, not a bunch of safe motherfuckers who are just, trying to be liked.
I am
Be
very
controlled. We
excited.
need a diverse class.
Very excited to see Queasy and Robert Ray on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I feel like G Status brought a bunch of androgynous,
Not Robert Ray.
people to light. Like, I honestly, before watching G Status, I had never even heard the term androgynous be used enough to want to know what it meant. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they did highlight that, but like now it's like I feel like they're highlighting, like, I guess, the masculine side, and not where everybody's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing wrong with it, but everybody's not hairstylish, you know what I'm saying? And things like that, like, where, like, he's a rapper, you know what I'm saying? He's doing music, like, and of course, everybody do music in a sense on most of these shows, but he's showing it from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not on there, like, doing all these shows with all his makeup on, like, he's in the studio with a muscle shirt on type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do like the representation of that.
Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of the talent is very fluid, and I think that when you're dealing with the LGBT community from the outside looking in, it may be a mistake thinking that you're going to be highlighting all masculine people or all fashionistas or all this and all that. Because one of the reasons why a lot of people love the queer community is because you're very fluid and it's not really that many rules. You do what you want to when you get ready. One day you may feel like you want to wear this, the next day you might want to wear that. This day you might want to feel like you trade, and the next day you want to feel like you're doing this. So I don't think that a show should be necessarily gathered around anything else except for versatility. I like to see people who don't necessarily fall in a certain category. A whole lot of us on the outside looking in love to see it. So if you're kind of going for specifically, we just want to bring these whole trade and Reese, like, no disrespect, Reese, but I ain't even gonna lie to you, Reese. It's a whole bunch of people sitting on the edge of their seat waiting for Robert to turn into a diva. Like, they really are.
He already did.
You say what?
He kind of already did when he was sitting at the table with his mama.
Well, y'all gonna detect
exactly. Yeah. And
so,
I got a picture sent to me. I got a picture sent that already showed me what it is already.
I want to go back to Creasy's comment. He actually responded to Braylon. He said, number one, stay focused on your goal at hand. Number two, never leave with malicious intent. And three, keep your integrity every step of the way. So that was his response to Braylon's comments. So I actually agree with a lot of it. I feel sometimes on these shows, when the producers get mad, certain cast members, they try to intentionally paint them in a negative light, which taints the credibility of the show. So I actually like those. What you guys think about those?
Those are very good. Those I think what you would think about from I guess a creative or a producer standpoint, and that makes a lot of sense. If I was in the shoes of actually trying to start another show, that's what I would want someone to say to me, as opposed to make sure you got the right equipment and make sure the cast is diverse. If you just have everything in your mind pure with very good intentions, then you're going to create quality work. It's not about what they want to see; it's about what you want to be, what you want to show.
Let me ask y'all a question. Whenever Ken get done, my bad.
Okay.
All right, so what y'all feel like all y'all on here, if you was the EP of your show, do you feel like you should be off limits, or you should feel like you fair game if you step into being a cast member on your show?
Definitely fair
Up your
game.
game.
I say that is because why you here? If I can't say
That's
nothing
what I'm
bad,
saying. So like,
and we being
so you said if
realistic.
you on the show, so Ken, if you on the show, you fair game. I can say what I want to say about you. I ain't got to
Yeah,
worry
but
about you trying to like tell me I'm done because I cuss you out.
no, not at all. For the simple fact that there's a time to work, but I'm also not gonna put myself in that situation to where I have to work with someone that's gonna you know what I'm saying, give me like that. Like at the time, I know Todd told us. I don't know if y'all saw that, but we're supposed to be done 5 minutes ago. But at the time, I did decide I didn't want to work on the production crew for the simple fact that there was people I didn't want to have to cross lines on a, you know what I'm saying, on a personal and business relationship, because I knew that it was all together. But if you putting yourself out there, you can handle it and you can be mature about it, then you are definitely you know what I'm saying, you're fair game. I'm going to talk shit about you, because if Todd got on the show, I'll be talking shit about Todd too.
Yeah.
See, Reese said fair game, but a lot of the people feel like Reese don't really mean fair game. Because I done got people hit me up saying that they feel like Reese is an EP, so he don't want nobody to say nothing about him. And when they say something about
Okay,
him, he fades them out. But
but
I
he
don't
don't.
believe he do that, but it come off that way to people.
He
They say they
don't.
feel like he do that.
If he
I
did
don't
that,
feel he
then
do
Trey
that.
Howard wouldn't be on the show right now for what Trey Howard said about him, 2 seasons ago. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they were
Like,
saying that about Markel. They were saying he phased Markel out. That's what somebody told me. I was like,
but
well, Markel might not have nothing going on, so that's why he ain't featured as much.
and if Markel didn't say that, you know what I'm saying, then we tired of, you know what I'm saying, we're doing this, saying this for nothing. Mark, I don't feel like he phased nobody out. I feel
Yeah.
like everybody if you're relevant to what's going on, then you're gonna be in that situation. I feel like Chasen is very fair with their camera time. Sometimes I feel like they give camera time to the people who don't even need to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they
And,
very fair with their
Who?
production.
Do we want to
and
see?
I
Yes,
know
Reese.
that
We
whole
want to
phase
see.
out situation, is false, because the biggest blow up
Yes,
that
Reese, we
Reese
want to see.
had for this
We
last
want to Reese.
the biggest blow up that Reese had for this last time was between him and Dre Simber, and look who got featured, at least in a clip on the first episode. So that
Hey
whole
Reese,
phase out thing is false.
I think we should bring Reese on to see Monday next Monday.
I think we should too.
Yes, I
Reese,
think we
would you be
definitely.
interested in coming on
He
to
already said he would want. He said he would come on, but that's between Todd. Like Todd got it.
I'm
I
heavy
would like.
handed with camera time. I think that would be dope.
so next Monday around 10 o'clock, probably. Let us know.
No, I for sure want Reese to come on.
Yeah. Today was a very good. It was a good day.
What's that noise?
Echo.
Somebody TV.
Somebody, yeah, I hear echo.
Somebody echoing.
Is it calling Rico Cassidy on Instagram Live? Because that's what I'm about to go watch.
So Rico,
Okay.
we'll DM you next weekend. We're close to next weekend, so we can get everything set up next week. I think this is a good time for us to end the show.
Yes.
Anybody have any
Yes.
final thoughts? I guess we can do a final thoughts for everybody. I'll start and just say, like, respect your craft and your work. If you want to do quality work, then you're gonna put out quality work. You know what I'm saying? It's got to come all through your intentions. Another thing I will say is, if a lot of these people focus on what they're doing on these shows instead of worrying about who do and don't like them, who didn't show up and all that stuff, they'll be a lot happier. And they may come off a lot nicer in some of these scenes as well. Like, everybody seems like, you know what I'm saying, on these shows. And I don't think that's the case for a lot of people, because I've talked to some of y'all and I've met some of y'all.
Yes, that's a good wrap up. You said you took all the words out of my mouth.
Well, all I gotta say is that I wasn't talking about nobody who got cancer.
Goodbye.
So let me finish. Let me say it. I was talking about Rob. There was an isolated incident. I'm not talking about every cancer patient in the world. I was talking about Rock. And the last thing I need to know is like, where's August?
We don't know, child.
Oh,
August is August,
T
y'all.
News, you
Where
got
is August?
some last T News, you got some ending words you want to say?
well, I will say this about, people people who are looking to like auditioning for like shows and stuff like that. I would say always be yourself at all times, because drama is not always the way of going about things. So always just be true to yourself, and then the rest will follow. Like you'll get the things that you ask for, like for your future, like especially when you're in your career. So this is me.
Right.
That's
And
true as
everybody,
hell. Can you
all
see
I want to say is
comment?
just subscribe to my YouTube, HersheeKissTV, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all every Monday on this panel. It's going to be a fun time. That's all I got to say.
Wait, what are you talking about?
He said, well, I said, well, August, he said, fluffing his wig on something.
Goodbye.
On
Everybody,
Bissing that
it's been
fluffing that
real.
wig.
I'll see y'all next
Ken
Monday.
was great.
Y'all
Ken was a great
time.
addition to the. Ken was a great addition. And T News.
Yes.
And D.
See
Yes.
y'all later. Everybody got
Take it out. See y'all.
remember, if you're struggling with addiction, call 1-800.
Is somebody eating?
Somebody sound like they balling up a piece of paper or something, child.
And once again, that's 1-800-6 confidential free help from public health substance use treatment and information.
They ain't trying to let you say that, Ken, because it keeps sagging when you say that.
Oh well, somebody heard me. That's time.
Let me find out. Let me find out time they're trying to help these people out to commit suicide.
Stop. You gotta cut yours off, baby.
I'm sure we'll get through it. Again, I want to thank the panel, Hershey, TeaSpilla.
What in the?
Oh, yeah.
I had fun.
See y'all later.
I'll see y'all later.
Yes, it was fun. See y'all.
Night time.
I'll have